Day 5 in Georgia, and I was really nervous about today. We were taking the road to Tusheti, one of the most dangerous roads in the world, and it really did live up to its expectations. Tusheti is a remote mountain region, and the only way to get there is by driving up a narrow, unpaved road filled with memorials for people who sadly lost their lives here. There is no safe way to get to Tusheti, but you can reduce the risks. We made sure to choose a skilled local driver, Levan, who had been doing this all his life. Halfway up, we stopped at a tiny coffee shack in the middle of nowhere, and surprisingly, had one of the best coffees ever. Unfortunately, it was raining, which made the road even more dangerous and nerve-wracking, especially when there was other traffic. But after 4.5 hours, we finally made it to the little town of Amalo, where we had our first warm mountain dinner at the guest house. What a day, and it's only just the beginning of our adventure. Day 6 in Georgia, we woke up in Amalo and started our multi-day hike in Tusheti, one of the most remote inhabited regions in Europe. Along the way, we passed local horsemen, friendly people, small waterfalls, and wide open views that felt unreal. Even though it started raining, it honestly made the place feel even more magical. Tusheti has 48 villages, all extremely isolated. The region is only reachable by one rough, unpaved road and is only open for about 4 to 5 months each year. After a few hours, we finally reached Dartlo. In these kinds of villages, women are not allowed to enter certain holy sites. It took a bit of a mindset shift while traveling here, but you get to respect tradition, and Tusheti is a deeply traditional place. We then ate a warm dinner and got ready for the adventure to continue tomorrow. On our second day hiking through Tusheti, the day turned wild. We ran into this young horseman who was out looking for his horses. Not long after, we saw a large group moving across the path. It was one of the most beautiful sights I've ever seen. Later, we encountered a flock of sheep blocking our way, and here's the thing, where there are sheep, there are usually sheepdogs, and in the mountains of Georgia, these dogs are trained to protect the flock from wolves and even bears. They're not exactly friendly, but thankfully the shepherd was nearby and called it off. Just as we caught our breath, another group of sheep came behind us, and guess who was behind them? Yep, even more dogs. We tried to outrun them, but got blocked by flooded paths. In the end, we just stuck with the shepherd, blended in, and became part of the flock for a while. A few hours later, we made it to Chico village, soaked, tired, but thankfully very much alive. Day 11 in Georgia, we're leaving Tusheti. Remember that dangerous road? We have to do it all over again. And this time, it's a new adventure. Another landslide broke the road and we had to wait for bulldozers to clear the path and make it stable again. As nerve-wracking as it was, the views totally made up for it this time. One random highlight? A toilet casually sitting 3,000 meters above sea level. As we moved on, I saw this dog on the roof and I think this poor pup will never be the same again, especially with the bumpy conditions of the road. From there, we slowly made our way down, passing some mountain traffic, taking in even more stunning views and stopping at a small waterfall along the way. But finally, 4.5 hours later, we made it back down into Tel Aviv and yet again had an amazing dinner at this hidden gem of a restaurant.